Sir, actually, during
Sorry.
yesterday I was going through, means I was doing a revision, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, this MS AWS CLI, from where do we install this AWS CLI, sir?
I think I showed you right while doing S3 bucket. So, uh, what is your requirement? Tell me.
Means actually I was just going through, sir.
So
So,
when you need that CLI means if you are accessing via command line interface. For example, if you wanted to access the S3 bucket, right? So you need to be install the AWS S3 CLI package. Okay, it can be Windows or Linux.
okay, 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 sir.
Those steps it is available in the while doing for the S3 bucket concept.
Okay,
Just
sir.
go.
Actually, I was searching yesterday all the videos, but did not find. I'll
Uh,
once again search in S3, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
it should be. Those are all just the basic one.
Yes, sir.
Or I think we have covered it chocolatey, right? Package manager.
Chocolate is,
Ah,
yes, sir.
so
Chocolate is the same like CLI.
from there you can search it out, saying that AWS CLI.
Okay, from Chocolatey Package Manager.
Yeah, from there you can. I have covered it. I have covered it. Just go through it once.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Uh,
Sir,
ah, Good.
we are using VS Code as an for the Terraform, right?
Ah,
So then, I think there's a less usage of AWS CLI, sir.
no, see, most of the while see there is a two concepts are there. One is for using the Python, it can able to communicate it. Other one is AWS CLI. So most of the companies they are going to use it Python because Python is a multi-environment. That means uh, mm, we can able to use it Python for everywhere. Okay. So AWS CLI, few people only they are going to use it.
Okay, sir.
If you want, there is a an official page itself only. Okay, for that. So you need to just install, just try to do some few commands. For example, how do we get the instance ID? Okay, how to stop the server from the AWS CLI? Okay, how to create it? Okay, from the uh, using AWS CLI. Okay, so those things you can able to see it.
I'll go
Many
through.
accounts. Yeah,
I'll go through today, sir. I'll go through today and I'll get back to you tomorrow.
yeah, sure. In the meantime, let me show the AWS CLI.
It's better to download from the official
Yeah,
AWS.
that is a good, but most of the people they do not have a patience to do it. Okay, so I'll be using most of the times official only. So here there is a install and update. So it will shows Windows, right? Use this command. If it is Linux, this command. Okay, different types are there. You'll get confused. Okay, actually it should be use it here, but depends on the patience, right? Here is the steps. Okay, it should be a 2 point version. And then what is that again? Command reference. So here you can see that many available services, right? If you want, just search it out EC2. Okay, all EC2 commands it is available. Example also they have given it. For example, these are all the commands, available commands, right? So what is required for us? Volume, attach a volume, right? That is also it is possible. And create a image or copy image. This is daily whatever you are going doing, you can do it. Keep your creation. Okay. Many are there. Deletion
Like
if you want.
for Terraform, there is a registry
Alternative
documentation.
tool, you can say it.
That,
Alternative tool.
that's what, sir. For
Mm.
Terraform, there is an registry. In the
Ah,
same way, there is for CLI, there is official documentation like registry.
exactly. So here also they have given it example. So you don't want to search it out anywhere. Okay, you need to mention the attach volume ID, instance name, what is the device, so that it will attach it. Example also they are given to. Oh.
Sir, even I got a doubt, sir.
Mm.
So, what is the difference between Terraform and CLI command line interface? That's what
See, CLI
AWS
you
CLI.
cannot use it for the multi-cloud, right?
Okay,
Terraform you can
okay.
able to use it for multi-cloud.
Oh, got it, sir.
Mm. Okay, so that is fine. So let's move on to the topic called Docker. So we'll talk about this is very important topic as a DevOps engineer. So we'll talk about some theory with the PPT presentation. Then we'll move on to the how to do the how to install the Docker or desktop Docker engine for different flavor of OS, right? Now let's discuss about what is Docker. So Docker is a platform used for building the applications in a container. So the developer can able to package the apps with the dependencies. Then we can able to running consistently anywhere, shipping faster and scaling easier. Okay. The key benefits is fast deployment, portability across environment, isolation and security, cost effective, and resource usage. So easy scaling and orchestration. So earlier days, the developer what they are doing while building one app, okay, they are taking at least 6 months, right? Because there is a dependency. There is a dependency for the OS. There is a dependency for the packages. Okay, what packages they have to install it. What are the which programming language they have to use it. So lot of confusion, right? So for example, if you wanted to create a e-commerce website, okay, any kind of, so what are the pre-requirement? Okay, some developer using uh, Java, some programmer they're going to use it Python. So the planning everything it is taking too much time. Building the application also it is too much time, and lot of challenges are there. When come to Docker, okay, so they can able to package the apps with the dependencies. Okay, so they can do it on the their local machine. Okay, with the packages dependency everything they can able to run it. Then running consistently anywhere. Okay, so once they package it with the dependency everything they can able to run it anywhere, not only is local system we can able to run it in the cloud anywhere. And so what is the shipping faster and scaling easier. Okay, once Docker came, so we can able to move it very fastly the images, right, whatever he has created. And if you need any scaling also it is possible. Okay, so most of the times the Docker used for the fast deployment. Okay, and the main second one is portability across environment, isolation and security. Okay, and cost effective, easy scaling. These are all the key benefits are there. Any doubts? Okay, so first they came for the Docker is for the open source. Okay, then there is a two things they have divided. One is for open source, one is for enterprise. Anyone can able to use it, right? That is another 2 points. So any other than any doubts on what is Docker means? It is just a platform. Okay, we can able to build our application and we can able to run it in the containers. Okay, I'm going to show it to you what is this, how we can able to do it, install it, what is the difference between VM and containers, all those things. Okay, so installation, so we can
సార్
able to install it.
ప్యాకేజింగ్ యాప్స్ విత్ డిపెండెన్సీస్ అంటే
అంటే ఇప్పుడు డెవలపర్స్ కి తెలుస్తుంటుంది. ప్యాకేజ్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఈ కామర్స్ వెబ్సైట్ లో చాలా ఇమేజెస్ ఉంది తెలుసా? చాలా ఇమేజెస్, ఆ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ లో కోడింగ్ రాయాలా, ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ చేయాలా, ఓకే, అది .NET లేదా ఏ అప్లికేషన్ అన్న, లైక్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ జావా, ఇదంతా ప్యాకేజింగ్ యాప్స్ అంటే ఎవ్రీథింగ్ దే విల్ మేక్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఏ ప్యాకేజ్. ఇప్పుడు ఆ, ఈ గవర్నమెంట్ బస్సులో చాలా మంది వెళ్తారు, కరెక్టా? అదే
ఎస్
ప్రైవేట్ బస్సులో కొంచెం మంది లిమిటెడ్ లో ఉంటారు, విత్
ఎస్
విత్ ఆల్ ద ఫెసిలిటీస్ వాట్ ఎవర్. ఓకే, సో అది డిఫరెన్స్ మెయిన్ అంటే డెవలపర్స్ ఒక అప్లికేషన్ రన్ చేయాలంటే అదంతా డిపెండెన్సీ ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఆ, నువ్వు డెవలపర్ అయింటే తెలుస్తుంది ఈ ఎలా ఎలా ప్యాకేజ్ చేయాలా, ఎలా ఒక అప్లికేషన్ ఎలా రన్ చేయాలా, వాట్ ఆల్ ద డిపెండెన్సీస్ ఉండాలి ఆ ప్యాకేజ్ రన్ అవ్వాలంటే. అంటే ఎంటైర్ అప్లికేషన్ రన్ అవ్వాలంటే ఎలా ప్యాకేజ్ చేయాలా అతనికి తెలిసి ఉంటుంది. సో ఇది నేను చూపిస్తాను ఎలా ఒక అప్లికేషన్ ప్యాకేజ్ చేసి, ఓకే, అది ఎలా రన్ చేయాలో నేను చూపిస్తాను ఇప్పుడు.
ఓకే ఓకే సార్
ఓకే, సో ఇన్స్టాలేషన్స్ ఇది మల్టీ ఓఎస్ లో సపోర్ట్ చేస్తుంది. ఇట్ కెన్ బి విండోస్, ఇట్ కెన్ బి మ్యాక్ ఓఎస్, లైనక్స్. ఓకే, సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్ దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఏ విండోస్, రైట్? They can able to use it. Mac OS they can able to use it. Linux also they can able to use it. So this is going to be support all the different flavors of OS. So here is the Docker architecture. So we are going to install the Docker engine locally. Okay. So we have a machine, the client called Docker client. The Docker client, it will be communicating with Docker daemon, or you can call it as a Docker engine, or you can call it as a Docker D. So ఈ ఈ క్లయింట్ ఏజెంట్ ఈ డాకర్ డేమన్ కమ్యూనికేట్ చేస్తుంది. తర్వాత ఇఫ్ యూ వాంటెడ్ టు క్రియేట్ ఏ ఇమేజెస్ ఇట్ విల్ క్రియేట్ ఇట్, ఇఫ్ యూ వాంటెడ్ టు క్రియేట్ ఏ కంటైనర్స్ ఇట్ విల్ క్రియేట్ ఏ కంటైనర్స్. ఓకే, సో డాకర్ CLI సెండ్స్ ద కమాండ్ టు డాకర్ డేమన్. Daemon manages the containers, images, and networks and volumes. That is what the background architecture it will work. Okay, అండ్ కంటైనర్స్ అంటే కంటైనర్స్ లైఫ్ సైకిల్స్ అంటే ఏమేమి కంటైనర్స్ లైఫ్ సైకిల్ చేస్తుంది అంటే కంటైనర్ ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే ఇప్పుడు కంటైనర్ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు క్రియేట్ ఇట్, స్టార్ట్, స్టాప్, రీస్టార్ట్, రిమూవ్. ఓకే, ఇది కంటైనర్ లైఫ్ సైకిల్. అంటే ఒక వర్చువల్ మెషిన్స్ లేదా మీ ల్యాప్టాప్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది, స్టాప్ అవుతుంది కదా. బట్ ఇక్కడ కంటైనర్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది, స్టార్ట్, స్టాప్, రీస్టార్ట్, రిమూవ్, ఎనీథింగ్ కెన్ హ్యాపన్. ఓకే, సో ఇదంతా లాగ్స్ కమాండ్స్, హౌ వీ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు యూజ్ ద కమాండ్స్. ఓకే, అది కమాండ్స్ నేను మాట్లాడుతున్న తర్వాత. ఓకే, సో బిల్డింగ్ ది ఇమేజెస్ విత్ ద డాకర్ ఫైల్. సో ఇది డాకర్ ఫైల్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ వాట్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బిల్డ్ ఇట్. ఓకే, సో యు ఆర్ ఫ్రమ్ ద నాన్ ఐటీ, ఐ మీన్ యు ఆర్ ఫ్రమ్ నాన్ ఐటీ, రైట్? సో you do not know how to build the application, right? The first slide we are talking about how to package it, right? How to package it and dependency. Okay, so ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒక లినక్స్ మెషిన్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే AWS లో ఇమేజెస్, ఇన్స్టెన్స్ టైపు, కీ పేరు అన్ని యూజ్ చేయాలి కదా.
ఎస్ సార్
ఉబుంటూ ఓఎస్ అదంతా సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి. ఇక్కడ టాప్ ఆఫ్ ద ఒక లినక్స్ మెషిన్లో ఇంకొకటి లినక్స్ మెషిన్ కావాలంటే ఈ డాకర్ ఫైల్ రాయాలి. ఓకే, నాకు ఇది ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇచ్చాను. ఓకే, సో ఐ నీడ్ 10 కంటైనర్స్ విత్ ద ఉబుంటూ ఓఎస్ బికాస్ యూ వాంటెడ్ టు టెస్ట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ లోకలీ. ఓకే, సో ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి రైట్ దిస్ డాకర్ ఫైల్. ఓకే, and he will be installing everything and working directory, everything he is going to write down. Okay, so here is the key instruction I'm going to show it to you in the Docker file. What all the instructions are there? Mainly key instruction. From I'm going to explain it. What is this? From, run, copy, everything. Okay, and Docker storage and volumes. Okay, if you're using a Docker, okay, where you are going to store your data, right? So there is a multiple ways are there. One is for volumes, bind modes, temporary. So how to use it, I'm going to talk about while starting on the Docker storage or the volume. And same thing, network also it is important, right? For example, if you are creating any VM, you are going to select the networking rate. So here also there is a bridge default, host, overlay. These are all the three types of networkings available. How do we use it? I'm going to show it to you. This is an example commands showed here. So we're going to talk about Docker Compose. Why do we require Docker Compose? Okay, we are going to use it Docker Compose for the multi-container applications. Okay, for example, you have a app server, development server, web server, right? So we cannot able to run it in the single container, right? So that is why we are going to use it component called Docker Compose. This is going to be create a multiple containers with all the dependencies. So here is a commands. So we need to write a YAML file like this. Okay, version, service, web server or DB server or app server, everything we need to write it down. I'm going to show it to Docker Compose also. So troubleshooting, most of the times you will get a issue called port already in use. Okay, you need to change it or kill it. Permission denied because you are not added the users to Docker group out of the disk. Okay, container won't start. Okay, these are all the mainly four issues you will face it. Just try to uh, if you get this error, just follow the process. Okay, so that is all for the Docker, and let's move on to the practical. So now I'm going to show you one more slide here. Our shell versus container. Okay, so are you able to see it? So the difference between containers and virtual machine. Okay, or you can call it as a physical machine. Let me write it down. Physical circuit means you got it right. So you can just think that your what is it? Your laptop, right? Let me see. Okay, this is the one. All should be there in one place. Let's use this one. Okay, are you able to see my screen? The slide.
Yes, sir.
Is-
Hello.
Yeah, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now I just open the one of the image. So this is we call it as a bare metal or physical server. So last 10 years back, there is no cloud, right? So they're using their data centers in their offices or in the private. So they are using a physical servers. Top of that, they're going to install the Linux OS. Then they're going to run the they will install the some dependency everything. They are running the application. So each physical server, it is required. Each physical server, it is having only one application, right? So if the consuming less or more, if it is consuming less, then it is the CPU or memory disk, everything it is going to be waste only, right? If it is more, they can able to increase it. But obviously in the physical server, what it is happening? So most of the times CPU memory will be less consuming. Okay. So then what they have done it, they moved to virtual machines, right? So virtual machines, what they have added, they have added a hypervisor. Okay. So this feature they have added. Later they can able to create the multiple OS. Okay, guest kernel, right? So that means these are all the OS. Okay, multiple OS, Windows, Linux. Okay, any OSs they can able to run it. Top of that, they can able to run it application one, application two, application three. So in the same server, they can able to run multiple applications. Okay, so once this is moved out of, the container came into the picture. So what is container it is doing? Same thing here, physical server, Linux kernel, right? So they have installed the Docker engine on the Linux machine. Then they can able to install the application. So what is here advantages means, so you can able to save the cost of your OS here, right? Guest kernel, right? So you don't want to install the multiple OSs. Directly you can able to install in the top of the OS. We are going to install the Docker engine. We can able to run the multiple containers. So this is how we moved from bare metal to container, right? Any questions regarding this image? This is very important.
No, sir.
Yeah. So if nothing, let's move on to Anson. So what I will do, I'll create a two EC2 machine. One is for Windows, one is for Linux, right? So I'm going to use it Windows first. Going to use it C5. So I'm going to create a one more for Linux. So in the meantime, what we can do, let's bring up this to server. Let's go to Docker official page. So this is the official page for your Docker. Okay. So here a lot of things are there. So you need to know how to create the Docker account. Okay. So just go to sign in. So you need to create an account for sign in. Okay. So if you have a continue with Google, that is also you can able to do it, or you can able to use it your own. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use it my own. Let me. I forgot my account. Uh, let's forget it. Let's continue. Let me see it. I have received the email or not. Yes, I have received it. Let me reset it. So I'm going to just log in. So this is a Docker hub account. Okay. So if you do not have any Docker hub, I told you, right? Just type it Docker hub. So you'll see the first page here. You should create a one account. So now I have already created, so I'm able to download it. So here is a repository of the my images. So 9 months ago, I have created one images. Okay, I'm going to just delete it. Go to settings, delete the repository. Okay, and so if you want any images, right? So what you need to do, you need to come to Explorer. So here you will get the all kind of images. Are you able to see it here? Left side, make sure that you need to come to below. So developers tools, right? So if you just select it, it will show us all the developer tools. Okay. For example, Amazon CLI, right? CLI also there is a images available. Okay. And other than that, Dockerfile. Okay. And backend exporter, okay, open telemetry, Grafana, okay, PHP myadmin, okay, all the related to developers tools available. So what you need to do, you need to just analyze it. Okay, for example, uh, web analytics or web server, right? So you do not know which one you need to select it, right? So select web servers. So lot of web servers are there, right? See, NGINX, HTTPD, HA proxy, Tomcat, okay, and many are there, right? So we can able to use it according to our requirement. So this page we call it as a Docker hub. Got it? So if you do not have an account, just create it. So that is the one thing.
Okay, sir.
And other than, let me go to Docker again. So inside, okay, that's fine. So here there is a download Docker desktop, right? If you're able to see it, so it is available for download for Mac, okay, and Intel chip and Apple Silicon, download for AMD and ARM, and download for Linux. So you need to download it. Okay. And so there is a documentation available. Okay, go to documentation. So here just go to get started. So it will shows all the introduction. What is the Docker, right? So it will shows here also. Introductions. Okay. So how to develop a container, publish and push to. So these are all the topic I'm going to talk about later. And manuals also it is available. So now under here what Docker engine, right? So if you wanted to install the Docker engine, what is the way? See, installation, just click it install. So are you able to see it all the flavors of OS available? So if you wanted to install it on Ubuntu, just select it. So it will shows different types of OS installation, right? So one is for install using the apt repository. Just copy, that's it. No need to do it. Okay. The second one is install from the packages. Done, right? Other one is install from the using the script. Okay, this is a script. Yeah. Post installation, what we need to do? So we need to execute the command. This is the command to get the access. So now what I'm going to do? Let's use the first one, right? Which is the one. Yeah. Installation methods using the apt. This is for Ubuntu. All other it is already available. Okay. And how to use storage, networking, everything it is available in the official documentation. You need to just go through it. Okay. Now what I will do? So uh, I cannot remember all this thing, right? So that is why I'll come to the official page. I'll copy this entire thing. I'll go back to Linux machine. I'll connect it. So you do not wanted to, I mean, remember this all the commands. Okay, make sure that installation just use the official web page for any of the installation, because so frequently it is going to be updated the official pages also. So now once it is done, come down, copy and paste it, second command. Okay. So once the installation done, just check the status. So it is already running. Okay. If it is not running, just start the command and just try to verify that installation successfully run. Okay. You need to just run. So it will shows if there is any error, it will shows the error. Just paste it here. So that means it is working fine. See. So what is it is doing? Hello from Docker. This message shows the installation working correctly. The Docker client contacted with the Docker daemon. The Docker daemon pulled the images from the Docker hub. The Docker daemon created a new container from the image, which runs the executable that produces the output you are currently reading. The Docker daemon streamed that output of the Docker client, which sent it to your terminal. So try to run. Okay. So if you wanted to run the our Ubuntu OS, just use this command. Okay. Paste it here. So here, most of the times you will get this error. Okay. So that is why there is a post installation, right? Just copy this command and paste it. So you should give this command. Just refresh it in the page. Just follow the official documentation. You will not miss anything. Now let me run this Ubuntu. See, so Ubuntu images, it is not available. Okay. Locally, it is downloading. Unable to find the images locally. It is fetching from the Docker hub. Okay, now you can just type it docker command. Okay, so you are already in the what is that, cat etc os we are already in the container inside. If you are able to see it, Ubuntu 24, it is already there. So this is a container id and df-h. Okay, so this is how we have created a Linux machine, right? We have created a Linux machine and we are logged in and we are running, right? Same thing here also, you can able to use Ubuntu images and you can able to run it. So I'll exit from the container. Okay, let's clear it. Df-h. Okay, this is the same command, we can able to use it there also, whatever we are using. And so you should know Docker. So whenever, if you are not able to know what is the command everything, just use docker command. This will shows all the related to command. Are you able to see it? Common run commands like run, execute, ps, build. Okay, bake, pull, push images, login. Okay, management commands. Okay, and other commands, all it is available. Okay, so if you do not know, just use the docker command. Now Docker version also you can just verify it. This is available for the client agent. This is a version and server. So here is the details. So this is a just installation method and how to run the container images. Okay, we can able to see it. Any container is running or Docker images also. Or you can able to use the Docker PS also. Okay, PS-A also. If it is any stopped, it will shows. See, two containers it is stopped. Okay, so this is how this three commands, you can just remember it always. So that is for Linux, right? Now I wanted to do it for uh, Windows, right? Just I'm going to close this one. I'm going to just let it keep it. Let me log into Windows machine. So the developer can able to use it Linux machine to build the images and run it, and he can able to use it Windows also. Okay, most of the developers they are having a company, they will provide it Mac or Windows PC, so they can able to use it anyone. So now what I will do, I'll just open it here. I'm using Docker. Just go to, so here also it is available. Download for Windows, Docker desktop. Just select it anyone. Okay. So here also it is available to download it, right? 64 from the Microsoft Store, right? Or you can go back to here and in the official page. So there is a multiple pages will be available. Just make sure that go to official. This is a main page. Okay. So here also it is available. I'm going to download it. AMD 64. So if you come down below, it is available. Some few information it is available. How the containers it is working, images. Okay. What are the partners about? Okay. Security side. So all information you can able to see it. How we can able to building using Docker desktop. Okay, everything it is available. So if you see, these are all their products. Docker desktop, Docker hub, Docker Scott, Docker build. These are all their products. And here is the futures, developers, and pricing details. Everything it is available in the official page. So here you can just search it out whatever you want. Company information if it is required. Okay, the events, everything you can able to see it. Blog support, pricing, developers. Okay, in the developers, what are the things you can able to see it. And product also, I told you right, these are their product. So they have added one more features, AI also. Okay, so this is about the official pages. Okay, now I'm trying to install the Docker desktop. So just run it. If you have multiple installation, you'll get error. So you can just use WSL to instead of the Hyper-V, okay, and allow Windows content to be used with this. Okay, Windows containers also you can able to run it. So earlier there is a lot of dependency. Now they have added everything in the while installation. We need to install separately WSL. Later we need to run it, but this time they have added very quickly. We can able to install it. Let me close. So we are doing everything in the graphical user interface. That means UI, right? Same thing, Docker desktop also you can able to download it using the command line also you can able to run it. Okay, that is also plausible. So close and restart. So this has been restarted. Let's wait for some time. So first time while doing, just restart it. But Linux, you don't require any restart. You just refresh it. So once your PC it has been restarted, just open. There is a desktop in the icon called Docker desktop. Just double click it. Just accept it. Okay. So if you want, you can just use it your work or professional personal email ID to log in, right? So here it is saying WSL updating. Your version is Windows subsystem for Linux is set 2 volt. Run this command on the below. So what I'll do, terminal. Let it install it. Okay, it is saying it is already most updated only. Just run it. Let's add my email. So it is saying Docker desktop failed to start because virtualization not supported. Detected contact. Okay, that's fine. Let me restart it. Okay, that means it is not supporting, but you can test it out in your PC. Okay, I am using Windows Server, right? Maybe we need to enable some virtualization. Let me see it. Why this error are coming? Engine is stopped. Docker desktop service. So this has to be done from the CPU side. So maybe this is not going to be supported. Uh, okay, let me check some of the pre-checks. But in your Windows, I'm sure this is going to be run. Okay, you will not face any issues. Just let me know if you are facing any issues. Okay, the set the default version only. What else you can able to see it? Let me go to task manager, performance. Mm, I don't see it anything. Okay, let me enable it. So this is just for startup. Let me see it. The virtualization should be enabled. That is what it is showing. Let me execute the command called. Let's see, hyper requirement has been detected. Future request hyper will not be displayed. Okay, so are you able to see it? So it is saying it is not enabled, right? So that is the reason it is getting error. So let me see why this. How do we enable it? Let me try it out. Maybe if it is not possible, that's fine. But you should install it in your 100% in your local machine. Okay. So the best recommendations, okay. So we should not use it Docker desktop on EC2 Windows because of some dependencies, but we can test it out. Docker desktop, that is what it is saying, right? The meaning itself only Docker desktop, we need to run it on the our machines. That means our PC only. Got it right? If you have any doubt, let me know. So I'm not, maybe let's verify it. Docker is installed or not. That will get the some input. Okay. So anyway, that's fine. So once we installed it, so we're able to see some commands, right? So how to run the commands, everything it is available. Same how we have done it, right? Uh, in the Linux, we have seen it command commands, management commands, okay, and other commands it is available. Okay. So this is how installation of Docker desktop, Docker engine on different flavor. Okay. Any doubt till now? If you have any questions, let me know.
Not doubt, confusion, sir.
Sorry.
Practice. Confusion, sir. Practice చేయాలి.
ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఓకే, సో డాకర్ డెస్క్టాప్ సర్వర్లో ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయొద్దు. ఓకే, జస్ట్ ఫర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, ట్రై టు ఇన్స్టాల్ ఇట్ అన్ యువర్ పీసీ. అంటే ల్యాప్టాప్ ఉంది కదా,
ఓకే సార్.
ల్యాప్టాప్లో ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసి నాకు రేపు కన్ఫర్మ్ చేయండి.
డాకర్ సార్.
డాకర్ డెస్క్టాప్.
మీన్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ క్రియేటెడ్ EC2 ఇన్స్టాన్సెస్. అంటే మీరు
కరెక్ట్.
ఇన్స్టాన్స్ ఒకటి లైనక్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసారు, విండోస్ ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేసారు, దాంట్లో డాకర్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేసారు సార్. అట్లా
అవును,
కాకుండా
కరెక్ట్.
నేను ఓన్ పీసీలో ఏమంటారు?
ఓన్ పీసీలో డాకర్ డెస్క్టాప్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసి ట్రై చేయండి.
ఓకే
ఇప్పుడు
సార్.
ఏమంటే ఇక్కడ ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది. ఏం ఎర్రర్? వర్చువల్ సపోర్ట్ నాట్ సపోర్టెడ్ ఆర్ నాట్ డిటెక్టెడ్. ఓకే, మేబీ దెర్ ఇస్ సమ్ డిపెండెన్సీ, ఓకే, ఫ్రమ్ ద AWS side. Okay, so you should not see this error in your machine.
ఓకే ఓకే
If you see it, let me know tomorrow itself only. I'll just clear it. What is that error? You will not face it, I'm sure. Okay, just try and let me know tomorrow.
ఓకే సార్.
Chala, any questions?
నో సార్.
I'll check it out. Is there any other way to install it, Docker desktop? I'll show it to end to end. That is also fine. But you just try it out. If it is success, then well and good. Okay.
ఓకే సార్.
Chala. So then installation part is done. Installation completed. That's okay. Will remaining pending topics. Commands. Docker file. Then Docker networking. Docker storage, Docker compose. So we'll compose. So these are the topics we are going to do it, right? So we will cover it. These are all the topics. Okay, what we discussed in the presentation. Okay. So let's wind up for today's session. Let's catch up tomorrow. Any questions before winding up?
నథింగ్ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Yeah, thank you very much. Bye bye.